Today we're gonna make baked ziti, which is a pasta al forno typical of the Italian-American cuisine. And it's crazy to believe there are 16 million people in the US that consider themselves Italian-American. Considering that in Italy we have 60 million people, that's a huge amount of number. And as we explore the food of our 20 regions of Italy, I've taken the creative liberty of adding a 21st region, which is Italians abroad. There are so many Italians all around the world, and the cuisine has developed as the Italians traveled. So we're gonna start off with this baked ziti. And with any pasta al forno, there is really not much of a rule, so I'm gonna show you what I think is the best recipe for this baked ziti. So come over here. We've got some lovely Italian sausage, which are coarsely grinded. We're gonna have some parmesan, some mozzarella. Here I have some rigatoni, which are not quite the ziti, but that's what I could find. Some tomatoes, some onions, some olive oil. We're gonna make a bechamel to just add that extra kick. And of course, we have the flour and the butter to do the bechamel. And we're gonna start off with a pretty simple sugo. So we're just gonna cut some onion in the pan, extra virgin olive oil. In the fire, we're just gonna let the onion soften up. We take our Italian sausages, and what we want to do is that we're going to take the mince in the middle and get rid of the skin on the side. And see, this is the difference between Italian sausages and many of the other sausages. See how the grind is a lot thicker. These ones are Tuscan ones, so they have a little bit of garlic and they got a little bit of pepper. So we take the mince in the middle and we just break it up and throw it inside. What we want is a sausage that is nice and brown. All the crunchiness around the sausage is going to add so much flavor to the sauce. And once you have this kind of browning on the sausages, that means we're ready for the next step. 2 tins of tomato. And we add some extra water so we clean up the can. And you can squash them real good. You can just take a lid and we let the sugo do its sugo thing for about 20 minutes. Now we're just gonna make a little bit of bechamel. We're gonna add 20 grams of butter and we're gonna melt it. To the butter, we're gonna add 20 grams of flour. Just throw it all in. And to it, we're gonna add 200 ml of milk. First a little bit, and then everything else. Now we're gonna keep this in medium to low heat until it starts bubbling up and it's gonna get a lot denser. To taste, you can grind some nutmeg. For us, not too much because Ellie doesn't like it. As the bechamel warms up, we keep whisking it. And what we're going for is a medium consistency, which I would say is about now. We salt the pasta. And this go in. We also got to salt the sugo. And by the way, the pasta has a cooking time of 14 minutes, which means that we're going to be taking it away at about half that time. Halfway through the cook for the rigatoni, we put in the sugo, a little bit of the cooking water. This will help the sugo become even more creamy. We add a little bit of parmesan. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. This pasta needs to be creamy, needs to be warm and make you feel all cuddly inside. Some more pasta water. That helps to emulsify the cheese with the sugo. And here we mix up some of the bechamel. Don't put all at once, just put a few spoonfuls, mix it about and see how it looks. You always have time to add some more. In fact, needs a touch more salt, and that's why you always have to taste things before putting it in the oven. You can always correct it this time. So I'm happy with this. We're gonna start putting it in our cooking tray. A little bit of fresh mozzarella. Parmigiano, why not? And we keep layering it up. Imagine in the good old days, those large Italian families in the US gathering around for Sunday with Nonna making this, all the kids screaming. Oh man, it must have been so much fun. And while we say this dish is Italian-American, the reality is that pasta al forno is still widely used throughout Italy, especially in the south. So as many people from Sicily, from Naples went to America, probably they were the guys that brought this there. And with all the parmesan, we just put it at the top. This is gonna make an amazing little crust that people are gonna be fighting for. Izzy, are you looking forward to this?
Yay!
All right. So the oven is preheated at 180 with a vent, fan setting. This goes in and it's gonna take 25 minutes, more or less. So we keep an eye on it because every oven is different. We make sure it has a beautiful crust at the top and it's gonna be amazing. And here we are. This is some serious baked ziti. And dedicating this to all the Italian Americans out there and to all the foreigners now enjoying Italian food in Italy, let's give this a try. Oh, it's lovely. Look at this. It's awesome. It's creamy. It's cheesy. It's pasta-y. Oh my god. You're gonna love it. Go try it out and buon appetito.